Let's play all of Forever Skies together. Hi friends, and welcome to Forever Skies. This is a game that I was covering a while ago, as you can see by this 2023 save, and I was sent this game by the developers when it was in its very early access stage. Since that time, it has come out to full release, and I have not played it in a very long time, and I'm very curious to see how Forever Skies has progressed now that it is officially released. So with that being said, I'm going to start a new save file, I'm going to set it to normal everything, and then we'll just play through the entire game together. I'm excited. Oh, there's an entire cutscene now. Well, that cough is reassuring.
The virus in your blood is starting to activate. You need to find a cure. For all of us.
Engaging maneuvering thrusters. Good luck.
Subnautica?
Resource compartment lost. Brake system failure. Control lost. Initiating emergency landing procedure.
Smooth landing. Good job. Alrighty.
Emergency landing procedure completed.
This is the intro that I remember from however many years ago. The family photo I do not remember though. Fun times. Alright. I love kicking my doors open. Return to Earth. Investigate the site from which the previous expeditions transmitted the rescue signal and find out if they found a cure for the virus. Okay. I'm very curious how much of this game has changed since I last played it. Oh my.
Symptoms of a virus activity detected. Check your health regularly.
Like I was saying before I was interrupted, I'm curious to see how much of this has changed. Because I did quite an extensive coverage of this game as it was being developed. And then I intentionally waited a little bit so I could play the full game and experience it in real time, and that's what we're doing right now. It's all gone to hell, apparently. That's the dev update. Everything has been screwed up since we went down there. Our immunity is decreasing, we are getting sicker and running out of energy. Our equipment is malfunctioning. Then there's this Noah situation. We should never have sent this expedition. Our place is on the space station. The power blew out again and the door is locked. I'll check if the beacon tower has a compatible battery. Oh, so that's how it's going to get you to go up and get the battery for the first time. There's still a dead body right there. No, there's not a dead body right here. There used to be one. I promise you there used to be one. Are there melons here that poison me still? Shameful. No poison melons right away. Solid state battery. I'll take that. Yeah, so if I'm breaking the fourth wall a little bit, it is because I did cover this game as it was being developed, so I do know some things about it. And you're supposed to put a battery right there.
Message received.
And I got a radio message that was never delivered. We didn't get the cure, but we found out that 400 years ago, before the calamity, research was conducted and something was discovered. We came down under the dust and were so close. That's when it all started going to hell. Noah went crazy and started hearing voices. That bastard stole all of our data, an airship, and broke our equipment. He left us to die and fled to his hideout on the greenhouse tower. He's dangerous as all hell. The communication ports are not working. They're blocked by something from within, but we can't determine what. It's as if this world doesn't want to let us send messages. The Great Plague is wreaking havoc on our bodies, and we are getting weaker and weaker. The conditions here greatly accelerate its effects. If anyone reads this, beware. This world is not our home anymore. We are not welcome. You know, I'm sure we'll work it out. And I will take these for me, and another first aid kit for fun and profit. Ooh. A soup printer?
The installation of the printing module has been completed.
I don't know what that does. And a broken excavator. Which I don't know what that does either. But this, if I remember correctly, was where they kept Noah for a little bit. With all these drawings. Yeah, Noah's Madness. Alright, so this was in fact Noah's room. And that's not Noah. That does not spark joy. I remember making the comparison when I first played this game as the extractor is kind of like your hook from Raft. And you use it to get basic resources and unlock new areas and that kind of thing. Which is true of Raft. Ooh, and the first look at the baby airship. I love the baby airship. Which is what our task is, to get building it. Craft the missing devices. Okay, we can do that. I'll just take this research station and plop it inside my airship. I will plop it right here. So I need to research the device fabricator, which I have everything for, so I'm gonna make one. And I remember this taking a little bit of time. So in the meantime, I'm gonna keep getting other resources. Do I have what I need to make a filter? No, I just need synthetics for it, but synthetics are actually pretty easy to get a hold of. It is nice knowing the basic mechanics of this game already, because it means that I don't have to worry about like, oh, how do I get large quantities of XYZ, because I actually covered that in previous videos of mine that I did in 2023 and older than that. But it's okay, because that knowledge is helping me now. Okay, give me a condenser membrane. And then I need some repair putty. Was that in my suit printer? I know I saw it somewhere. Oh, do I have to research it? I do. And that unlocks the putty, so we can get that going. Which now, is that something that I make on me? It is. With just more synthetics. Everything requires synthetics right now. Not that that's really a problem. Oh, hey, dead guy. Long time no see. Hope you had fun. I just want some synthetics right now. I'll come back and figure out what you have to tell me later. I'm not interested in your life lessons right now. I'm gonna have to remember that the suit printer's a thing, because that was not a thing the last time I played this game. But that should bring my airship back up to full health. Then I need an insect lure, which I have enough for, thank goodness. And then we can insert our lure and catch ourselves some tasty dinner. I hope it's a moth. Moths are tasty. And I'll research how to make the scanner really fast. We'll just get ourselves set up for a little bit of sustainable future. And that alert just told me that my lure caught something. Is it going to be a tasty moth? It is going to be a tasty moth. Okay, then we can boil a tasty moth if I remember correctly. Because who doesn't love a good boiled moth? Doesn't that sound appetizing?
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
I believe that. Alright, but we're scanning this first. The engine. And that unlocks a lot of things. Oh, and my moth is done boiling. I love me a boiled moth. Good dinner. And I'm gonna go around and scan everything that I can. And we'll see what it has to tell me. Oh, I can scan you. Who are you? Age 47, specialty biologist. Hey, like me. Deceased. Not like me. He comes from a family with a farming past. During the disaster, his ancestors designed and built rooftop farms. On the space station, he was involved with plant breeding. He was also a member of the medical staff. In the expedition, he was responsible for examining biological samples. He was the one who was supposed to create a cure for the virus. That's a lot of pressure for one guy. In fairness, that is a lot to do. And obtaining food and water, we already figured that out, so I don't need that. Alright, so I think that is everything that I can get off of this particular island. Aside from a couple other little things, and that means that I need to make myself an engine, power our airship, and then head off to the greenhouse, I believe is the next location. So let's do that. Depart the location. Explore the world in search of improvements for the airship that will help you reach Noah's last known location. Okay, that's a good objective to have. I like it. And with that, I think we're ready to move on. I should be good to go. I think if I check here, I've got another boiled moth ready to go. I got plenty of water. So yeah, I think we're good to get a start on this adventure. Let's take off. And we're doing it. And we're off is the name of the achievement that I just got.
Mission started. Find a cure for the virus. Send it to the space station. Save humanity.
That's a very big goal. But we're gonna do our best, and I'm gonna head towards this glowing light in the distance, because surely nothing can go wrong heading to a glowing light in the distance. I'm gonna land very gently. Okay, that actually wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Alright. So I got things to scan, and places to be, and stuff to do. But honestly, right now, I'm just kind of interested. Ooh, tree. Pretty. You like tree. And I will take a Ukrainian pot for my pocket. Old food ration? Surely nothing will go wrong if I eat those. And a basic research part. Huh, I don't know what those do, but I guess we will find out. Is there anything? There's a way down here. And, oh, there's a dead guy up there. Tasty. Hi, dead guy. You have something that it looks like I should scan. A wrecked flashlight. Oh, so it's just like a flashlight that I can mount onto my suit. That's nice. Discoveries to find on communication point. 7 out of 11. Okay, that's actually good to know. So it tells me what I've found and what I haven't found. I like that. Okay, so is that everything I can get on this level? It seems like it. And theoretically, oh, can I open this up, maybe? Oh, wait. What are you? Is that the deck extractor? Oh, it's a metal collector. Oh, so it's like a way to farm metal passively. That's actually really nice. Then is there something else in here that I can discover? Because I'm nosy. Ah, it's a gross looking mini fridge. This is a ruined airship. What is that? It is apparently a wrecked location radar. We're finding all sorts of things that we can use to upgrade our own ship. Which is good, because I do want to do that. Wait, is that connected? As in, like, should I go explore that too? I'm gonna have to drive over there, because I don't think I can make it on a pathway. But maybe that's where I'm missing the last thing, is right over on this little scrap of land. So let me check that out. That was gentle. Alright, so is there something in here that I'm supposed to scan? Oh. Bug. Bathtub? Bathtub. Ooh, and stairs. Leading to secret area. Ha ha ha. Caution. Liquid nitrogen. Very cold. I have a feeling there's something else here that I'm supposed to be able to get to. Yeah, it looks like there's another floor up there. But oh, the ladder. Duh. Doesn't look like there's anything up here. Just get a glimpse of where to go next, I suppose. I'm missing some kind of discovery here on this island, and it's gonna bug me if I don't find it. Otherwise, this is actually really cool. I like this addition. And the bike. After having scoured pretty much every part of this island that I can think of, I don't think I can find whatever the 11th point of interest is here. So I'm wondering if I have to go over to those orange dots over there. So that's my next course of action. I just want to find out whatever that 11th point that I'm still missing is. So that hopefully we can go explore other kinds of things and get a little bit of lift on our airship. But I don't know how that's going to work. Ooh, I see a tent. I saw this tent over here and I was curious about it, with what looks like some warm logs, which is a little surprising given the rain. What do you say? Too old. Under the new law, the older you are, the lower housing you're entitled to. I qualify for the lowest group, so for the time being I moved out here. I'm not going to die from smog just because someone decided I'm too old. That's really not ideal, but you do have a cute backpack. But beyond that backpack, I cannot find anything else at this location that would indicate that it would be that last thing besides a swarm of moths. So I am going to try and move on with the story, which is telling me to find Noah's last known location marked on the radar. And so the radar, I'm pretty sure, is this orange thing right here. I'm not entirely sure if it means that one or that one. I'm going to go to the one that's close up here first, and if it's not that, then we'll go down here. But that's where I'm headed off to next, I think. Honestly, if I can even get over to the other ones. There's all this in the way, and I don't know that I have the airship necessary to get over there, let alone to explore whatever it wants me to explore there. I don't think I can clear this area. So maybe we turn around and go towards the other indicator that's like a kilometer back this way. I feel like that's a little bit more reasonable. As I was just heading over to the other place, I saw this, and I'm curious if this will give me some of the stuff that I need. I'm just gonna park very carefully. Nice. Ooh.
Rest is recommended.
I'll take a nap later. Beyond that, it looks like this is actually what I was looking for, this turbine to get me more lift on my airship. So that's good, but it looks like it also wants me to take a nap. So how do I make a bed? There we go. Now we have a bed, so I can take a little nap. I will take it. Okay, now we're nice and healthy, and now I can continue exploring. Looks like this is also a good location to farm copper, which I remember copper being important, so I'm gonna grab a lot of it. But I don't know if there's a way for me to go up quite yet. There isn't, so I'm gonna make a few turbines, because we just unlocked those via that thing. And then I suppose we just keep exploring. I've made 2 basic turbines. Yeah, walls outside. So I do need to actually make a wall, I think. I don't have a blueprint for a wall. So one second, I need to figure out how to get walls. Apparently I can't make walls until I go to Noah's hideout. So that means no turbines until then, so I suppose let's just go to the hideout and get ourselves some walls. Because I would like some privacy, you know, from all these moths. Supposedly Noah's last known location is over here somewhere. Like pretty much directly in front of me now. I don't think it's this building. That doesn't really make sense. Is it this platform that doesn't have a light on it, maybe? I think it must be. Based on that radar versus here, I think this has gotta be it. Yeah, I suppose so. So let's figure it out, I guess. Oh, and it has a giant tree on it. That isn't at all ominous. I see drawings. Can I get in through here? It got very dark all of a sudden. Read. Too darn high. The greenhouse tower collapsed like a house of cards. The concussion destroyed its foundation, and dust swallowed it up like the rest of the world. And in front of me grew this huge barrier that was never here. Is nature trying to defend itself? But from what? After all, am I on her side? From the research computer, I managed to recover the airship walls blueprint. Okay, so I do need to go here to get walls. The research parts inside the container will be useful here. This will give me a flat surface to mount the turbine device on so I can fly over the blockade. Only where do I get a turbine from? I can see the wind farm lights from here. I'll try my luck there. I already found those, so I'm ahead of the game. Whilst I'm over there, I should check the upper area for some helium canisters. They'll be useful for increasing the maximum weight capacity. Okay, so basically I need to access the computer here, then build some walls, mount the turbine, and then we can go back to that island I was just on. And that gives me the ability to make airship walls. Okay, nice. It doesn't look like there's anything else here that I need to be aware of, but I'm gonna check this container. I'll take the research parts and the fuel, but at least we know that we can make turbines and walls now, so I'm gonna add some walls. I might expand this a little bit, honestly. Just try and get ourselves a little bit of space to work with, and then we can go from there. So I'm gonna actually spend just a tiny bit of time building out the base, because you guys don't need to watch that entire process, and then I'll see you once I've got a slightly bigger airship to work with. And just like that, we have a slightly expanded airship. Honestly, it was just a lot of me sitting here clicking buttons, so you didn't miss much. But this way we should have at least a little bit more space to work with, and we have a little bit more lift, and our engines are back here now. So now we have things divided into research, the outdoor utility stuff, the movement stuff back here, my bed, and then, you know, the navigation stuff. And eventually I'm sure I'll rework this and make it look nice, but for right now this is the option we have. I can't even place floors. So that's what we're gonna do, and I suppose that means I should head over to one of the wind things, get some more copper so I can build the rest of the walls that I was gonna build, and then also get some helium so we can increase the size of our airship a little bit more as well. Get more lift and that kind of thing. So that's the next course of action, and it looks like there is a wind farm right over there. Nice. Okay, let's go. And it looks like having these two turbines was more than enough to get me on top of this platform, which is really nice. So now we have a whole new realm of things that we can go explore. And that helps us work towards the main objective too. Is that a mailbox? Surely that's no longer illegal if, you know, the entire world has collapsed and there's no one else living here anymore. Let's see. Residential towers. Recently, 2 residential towers in our sector collapsed. In light of this sorrowful news, we are looking for volunteers willing to go under the smog to reinforce the foundations of the rest of the towers. If we don't do anything, we could end up just like them. Well, that's festive. I'm just here for copper, though. And speaking of copper, it looks like there's a ton of it in these windmills. So I'm gonna take all of it. Ooh, and I think these are my first helium tubes. For helium fuel, which is a slightly more efficient fuel type, and to expand my thing. All of which is great for me. Ooh, is this another research computer?
Encrypted data ready for research.
It is, and that gives me access to the floor ceiling. Fantastic. And railings and doors and other stuff that I definitely need. And according to my handy dandy little tracker thingy, there's only one more thing that I'm supposed to discover here, apparently. That is locked. A blockade that I need a knife or a crossbow to unlock. And I think that's everything I can get from here for now. So I suppose that means I go fly over the barrier and find the greenhouse tower. What? What in the world is that? Okay, I'm out of here. I was just stopping for a little bit to get some extra food and that kind of thing. I don't know what that is.
A creature attached itself to the airship.
Immediate removal advised? What on earth are you? A shipwright hatchery? How about... Oh gosh. What if we don't do that? Why are you destroying my ship? Wow. I really didn't like that. I'm gonna fix that. It was a terrifying notification to receive as I was just chilling, trying to get some stuff set up to get the story location done. I didn't like that at all. Not a fan. I was gonna take a nap and everything too to make sure that I had plenty of stamina. Gonna have nightmares for weeks now. But at least now we're good to go, I guess. I think. I hope.
Unknown location reached.
And this should be the greenhouse tower.